Hello, this is Jim from Tech Buzz. Now we're going to do a quick unboxing of the Nokia 8 and just compare it to its sibling, the 6, 5 and 3. No point in bringing in the 3310 in this point in time. And just a quick look at the features. I'm not going to bore you too much with the unboxing this time round. So, as we can see, on the back it tells us it comes with 7.1.1 Nougat. But now we kind of held off on this because we knew Android Oreo was coming. So we have Oreo on ours. We've got a Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 chipset, 5.3 WQHD screen with 2K screen and 554 pixel density, 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage. Zeiss optics, 13 megapixel front and rear, and Nokia audio 3D spatial surround sound with 360 audio capture and playback. So that'll give you a more immersive experience with the videos. So we've already unboxed this ourselves. So this is the phone here, and we just pop that there to give you a look at how things have progressed since HMD started launching phones. And in the box we'll get our plugs and cable here, and remember we're on USB-C finally, and we get some earbuds. Pretty nice looking earbuds indeed, and they have an inline control there as well, and it's seems to be metal, and of course it has Nokia on it there, and a little clicky button here, and 2 more on the back, so you can take calls. In short, and we get some spare buds here, and yeah, our user guides and our SIM retrieval key. So onto the phone itself, and we've got the steel edition, as you can see, and on the back we can see our camera setup here, which is pretty nice. Even from looking at it there, from an aesthetic point of view, it looks quite nice indeed, and it's pretty cool. There is a slightly raised hump on it there, as you can see. And we've got the dual camera setup and our mics here and here. And on this side here we have our keys, which are metal, and there's nice travel on them, very clicky. Down on the bottom we can see our speaker grill, USB-C and a mic, and you can see the antenna bands top and bottom. Now I have noticed one difference so far from using this is the signal is much better, especially with voice for some strange reason, because you do get a notification when you're totally out of coverage, and I've seen this happening less on this phone, so that's a pretty good sign on that department anyway. And up on top then we do have our 3.5mm headphone socket, so you kept that, which many folk will be delighted to see. And of course our SIM and SD tray is in here. So speaking aesthetically, it looks good, feels good, and is very nice to hold in the hand, though it is a bit slippy, as is the rest of the Nokia phones. So buckle up for a case. We have cases for all these from Terrapin Accessories, and you can check them out. We have a review coming up on a couple of these cases soon, and they're just similar cases that we're using from the same company for all our Nokia phones. We still can't get the hands on the original ones. So we've updated this to Oreo, and it's pretty snappy indeed. Now I have found this fingerprint scanner a bit touch and go at times. It's not recognizing me all the time, so hopefully that can be addressed. I was seeing some people saying it's small, but it's no smaller than what's previously there on other devices, so I don't know what it is, its positioning or whatever the case may be. I just found it a little bit troublesome so far, but not to worry, you can still of course use your patron or pin for identity purposes to get in, so it's not really too much of an issue. But from someone coming from using fingerprint, it is much better and quicker, so something to look at. Camera, pretty cool indeed. We've took a couple of snaps with the camera, and the camera setup on this has quite a few features. We've got our flash, of course, HD, and then we have our settings here for the dual camera on the back. We've color, twin, or mono, so you can use both or singularly. Pretty cool indeed. Of course, you can reverse the camera then, which will bring you Bodhi. So that's me there. Hello. So that's pretty much it. And then the settings in the camera itself. And of course you can, what I like is this watermark setting here, so you can tag the picture with something, so it's built in, so no one can nick them on you if you're one of these kind of people. Also in the camera settings, you will have you have a timer as well, and you know, everything is there in the camera. It's pretty well covered, and that's pretty cool indeed. So onto the software side of things, as I said, we touched up there over the last couple of days with Oreo there, and it's updated to 8.0 as you can see, and so far it seems to be pretty snappy and fast. We do have our usual setup here, so icons for shortcuts. You can change them if you like, and you can go into your full settings here and change all the other bits and pieces as well. It's very customizable, and battery seems to be pretty cool so far. Now on a style language, we can see that it's kept pretty much the same since its inception, and you can see here how the cameras feature on the back, and the 8 clearly borrowed from the 5, 6 borrowed from the 3, or whatever the case may be. You can see that the language is pretty much continuous, but this Nokia 6 I still think is probably the best built. It's metal all around, and I'm using this pretty much since it came out, and it's rock solid still, and I still use it every day. It's pretty a cool phone for the price, and I've dropped it a few times, thankfully with the case in it, and it's still going pretty strong. And if we tally them all up side by side, we can see what's going on there, and all pretty much the same. And down on the bottom, there's only one difference with one of the speakers pointing to the left, the rest are all pointing to the right. And here on this side, again, you can see all the SIM trays here, and pretty much that's about it. So from price point of view, starting with the Nokia 3. Nokia 3 is definitely not for powerhouse users. Maybe even I'd push it towards the Nokia 5, because depending on what you're doing and how you use your phone, things are a little bit different here depending on the specs you require. But for the money, you're getting good phones for the spec. Nokia 3, power users, forget it. Nokia 5, again, I'd push towards that bracket, but again, it's not aimed at those users. And the 6, I find very good. A slight lag depending on how much I've going on the phone. I work a lot from my phone, and the Nokia 8 so far been very zippy indeed. And I like how things are, and especially its feel, and it's pretty fast. Overall, I'm impressed so far. As with the Nokia 6, and the 5 and 3 are the lower of the 4 devices here, and again, you're getting what you pay for, but you're getting a nicely built phone. Very good build quality, and you know, you're not going to get much better for this price point. And they also look great, and they come in different colours, and they're rock solid. But again, as I said, not for power users, and especially someone coming to Android, these are ideal. And the price they're at now with the sales that are on, you can't go wrong. You can get one of these for 80 quid and one of these for 120. You know, you can't really go wrong for that. This is around 199 now, which isn't bad either. And this is from 479 on the networks. So again, you're going to pay a little bit more, probably SIM free, but outside of Ireland you will get them cheaper. That's the case with all phones anyway, and that's really about it for now. So any questions on the Nokia 8 in the next couple of weeks, give us a shout and we'll talk about it. We're going to have to do a lot of testing to see how it comes. You'll also find me on the Nokia support forum as well. If you're ever stuck for questions, I'll be there. I've been there for 10 years. We're into a new forum now, and that's where I'll be also answering questions on this and checking out how Oreo works on it over the next couple of weeks. So you've double tap there as well, just to throw that in. And that's pretty much it. Stay tuned, we have more coming soon on Nokia phones and products, and we'll talk to you in the next one. And thanks for watching.